Welcome, everybody, to the laboratory. I am your host, the Mav Hatter, and we have session 7 of No Mage's Land. Last we left off, our crew was escaping the sewers. Not really an escape, because they were there on friendly terms, but they were leaving the sewers on their plan to speak to Callum, the mage who had escaped from this unknown prison. And we're expecting, as a team, we're expecting by now that the memory wards have been broken and that Callum may have more information available. So, with that being said, we are going to open on. We're going to open on this neighbor of Cap's apartments, that memory mage that we loved from last time. He has already invited the team in, and Callum is there on the couch. The memory mage is talking to you guys like, "Hey, what was your guys' names again? I just can't remember for the life of me."
I'm Xavier.
Xavier, you think I'd remember that one? That was my cousin's name? Maybe not cousin. Brother's name? It was one of them. Yes, come in, please. Get into my living room, my domicile, my friendly hospitality.
You can just call us the Plague Tempest Plague, one of the two.
Tempest Plague.
Tempest
Oh
Plague.
yeah, I'll definitely remember that. That is a cool name you guys have. The Tempest.
He's gonna forget next time we. They're gonna
Tempest.
forget by the time we see him next.
What was the second part again? Oh, Plague. Tempest Plague. Yeah. So Callum is meditating. Part of the problem with memory charms is that it does take a lot of self work in addition to the magic of someone else. So he's in a deep trance. But as you guys enter, he turns his attention to you. Oh, I'm glad you guys are back. How? It's all coming back to me. That memory charm really did a number.
That's good to hear.
You're not wrong there.
That's bad to hear.
Well, I'll tell you, the pain was no good, but it's good that I'm remembering. I'm remembering the prison, the underwater. I'm remembering where it came from.
Underwater?
Was it off the coast or something like that?
No, not a coast. Here, let me. Well, we should go by car. Actually, I can point you guys in the right direction. If it's gonna be much faster. Because let me tell you, it took me days to make it from the lake to here, and that part I didn't even remember. That's how bad these charms are.
Mm-hmm.
So before we get into this, because we might need to know, how did you escape?
It was the ventilation. I was able to get out through the vents. It's on the surface.
That makes sense. All right, I guess we best get it going.
Indeed.
So, without further ado, the crew piles into the vehicles. I believe, if I'm remembering right, Pandora paid this in advance, so the memory mage is all squared away.
Yeah.
But he doesn't
Believe
remember
so.
that. He doesn't remember one way or the other. Now, it is a long and tedious drive as Callum is directing the lead driver. Are we going 2x2 again?
Sure, why not?
Yeah, not really an important
Probably.
detail, but Callum's with whoever is the front driver. But he's directing you. It is a long and tedious drive following Callum's footsteps, which is strange to think that this man was able to make it on foot back to Grapheisen's shop. You are making it through one of the rural regions of Manafont City, and before long you arrive near Vicario Lake. And sure enough, exactly where Callum said it would be, there is a very sizable vent that looks like it could fit a human being. That being said, without knowing what you're getting into or where you're going, it would be very easy to be captured or worse. So I would imagine you guys would rather gather information before diving headfirst down an unknown vent.
That would be smart.
Yeah, it'd be best to get a good look around the area first.
Okay. Yep. So we have a couple options for you. And I didn't make the investigation notes for this because most of the investigation should be quick. But you have the site. You know exactly where you are, but you don't know what is in the water. You could discover records by going to the records office. You could perform some surveillance and get a visual on what's going on here at whatever site this is. You can also ask Callum, or try and discuss things with Callum, see what he remembers.
I'm just going to start by skipping a flat stone across the water and see if anything, jumps up or anything else interesting happens.
Yeah, you toss your stone across the water. How many skips do you think you get? Hell, you can roll for it if you want. It'd be free experience points.
Okay, we'll go with a. It seems like a deftness roll. It's a little bit of agility required.
Yeah. That gets us 3 successes. Skips, we'll go times 2, probably. 6 skips. So 6 skips across the water before it sinks. There's no response from the water.
We're really expecting one. I'm gonna stick my hand into the water and I'm going to send out a critical voltage.
Are you sure? Probably kill some fish that way. Yeah, sure. If you want to do that, go for it.
Do I have to use the tag lethal?
No, you don't have to. So I can get a feel for what's kind of happening here. You guys have like both of your cars parked to the side around this giant vent, and you guys are like walking into the water, or like you're within
Not
touching
while
distance.
he's dumping electricity into it.
Like obviously not being electrocuted by your friend, but that's effectively what we're seeing here.
I would say so.
Okay.
But I want to create like an isolated a bolt that just skims the top of the water. Just kind of lights up the water enough for us to be able to see. Yeah, it'll be quick, but
So you're trying to create like a flash of lights.
yeah.
Now, the flash of light doesn't get you much.
Can I use my time magic to make the flash last longer?
Sure. Yeah. That can definitely work. So as you've got Pad casting his lightning bolt, and we've got Cap here slowing down the time. So instead of being an instantaneous flash, it is a pathing surge of lightning that takes several seconds before it fades. The main problem is this lake is deep and it's murky, but it does direct your attention as you follow the sight line. You do see that there is something else going into the water, a large structure similar to the vent but much larger that does go directly into the lake.
Guys, we found an entrance point. I think this is how he got out.
Well, you already found the entrance that he got out of. This is a separate direction.
A separate one.
Yeah.
Found something new.
Oh, looks interesting. Surprised there's nothing in the water to guard it. Then again, if it's in the water, then guess it kind of checks out.
So, surveillance will take some time. It's not going to be something you'll be able to do instantly. You're not going to be able to get all the information you need because you're going to watch. I'm assuming somebody wants to watch the site and see what is happening, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And in the meantime, you probably don't want all 4 of your members standing right here watching.
Probably a good idea to not have us crowded together. Or possibly all here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, if you could, who is breaking off to maybe search records or take some other avenue of approach, and who is staying here for surveillance? My instinct says 2 and 2, but you guys are in charge of your destiny.
I'd like, excuse me, I'd like to stay behind for surveillance, just for the simple fact that if we get discovered, since I have my time magic, I might be able to slow down anything that's pursuing us and let us get away.
Perfect. So Cap is one person staying behind to surveil.
Guess I can walk around.
And Xavier.
Worst case.
So Xavier is a secondary surveillance, where it sounds like you want to be more ambulatory, and Cap is more passive and patient.
I mean, worst case scenario, I can try to do some illusion magic to camouflage us in the area.
Absolutely. Now, the other 2, we've got Pad and Pandora. Right now, the most likely place you can get answers is from a records source, the records office, to figure out what is built here. What kind of construction, or alternatively, Pandora, you have a contact who is a journalist.
Yeah, I was gonna suggest going to talk to them, actually.
Yeah. So that makes sense. Pandora heading to speak to Isabella Strope. That leaves Pad.
Follow suit.
Okay. So, scene breaks off. We have Pandora and Pad, and we've got Cap and Xavier. We'll start with Xavier and Cap. See what you see. Go ahead and roll some kind of surveillance roll.
Let's see. I guess logic can work.
Sure, logic can work if you are thinking about things logically.
What makes more sense, pattern recognition or active listening?
I think in this case, pattern recognition works very well.
Okay, I got 2 successes.
Right. So between the 2 of you, and I'm looking at 15 and 15. The logic applied is that it is strange there are no personnel specifically coming or going, but this is following on from Cap's noticing is that several trucks enter and leave. Once in the morning and once in the evening. These look to be delivery trucks. These are the only vehicles coming and going. So if there are multiple workers there, how are they getting in and out? That's the pattern.
You see the
recognize.
delivery truck actually deliver anything?
You do not see the delivery trucks deliver anything. They go into that massive structure that I talked about. The truck
Oh, I
goes
see.
in, disappears from your sight. Shortly after, probably a couple hours, comes back out. This happens once in the morning, once in the evening.
So would it be reasonable to assume one of two things? Either whoever is in this structure basically lives there kind of full time and they're just getting supplies delivered, or alternatively, personnel are being rotated in and out by truck?
Those are both very good assumptions.
Okay.
Now, Pandora, you know where Isabella Strop normally works. She's a journalist for a small-time journal.
Mhm.
Which I don't remember if we actually gave a name to it.
I don't remember. If we did, it's different. Probably going to be different now.
Yep, it is the Manifont Emergent. So, Pandora and Pad, you arrive at the Manifont Emergent, a small local journal with big dreams, we'll say. And inside is Isabella Strop.
Right.
Oh, hi! I haven't seen you in some time. Did you have answers on the matter at?
Not yet. I still don't have access to the floor, any more access than I had before. However, I have a request on the other subject we spoke about.
Which subject did we speak about? I'm sorry, my
The
mind's
prison.
a bit. The prison.
The memory altering prison.
Altering prison. This is okay. You said you have information.
I have information about it, and if given this new information that I have, I was hoping perhaps maybe some new information came up on your end as well, or where we could find, if any, new information.
Let's see what we can discover. So go ahead, Pad and Pandora. Let's roll some either something that would help you communicate with Isabella, or something that would help you find information in, say, a library or a journal.
Are you allowing perusal?
Sure. Signature move. Very good at perusing.
Sure.
I have convince or aura reading or breath control
Convince
for communication.
for communication.
For it, like I have convince is the only speaking. Well, I have active listening, but that's worse. I could do charisma, straight charisma.
Yep,
That's pretty much all my convince is at this point. I only have one in it.
all of the above. Well, no, not all of the above. Aura rating is not going to help you. Breath control is not going to help
I
you.
didn't think
Convince, charisma. Well, convince for you. I see pattern recognition. You could do active listening, as she's listing off information, paying attention to specific details.
I think if I were to do one of the my charisma is high, straight charisma is higher than my logic or humility. So either convince or charisma.
Convince is better than charisma. So yeah, go for that. Convince her to help you out, or convince her to look somewhere. All right, what do we got on the totals? We got 17 and 13, which is good because you needed two 15s and you got it together. Well,
Awesome.
you needed 15s.
Yeah.
You got two 15s together. So, some of the information that you guys have uncovered, and Isabella was assisting with this. A massive undertaking that made the news. The Shining Abyss Manufactory would be one of the largest underwater sites in Manafont history. Construction took 12 years. Another article, separate to this one, basically proves that the manufactory was not deemed profitable as a research institution by the gold channeling executive, Marshall Windenborough.
So they likely assume it's abandoned.
Turning back,
Which means
yeah, go ahead. Have some conversation between Pad and Pandora.
it if they assume that if it's not profitable, then obviously the initial owners abandoned it. Or they sold it. Who would they have sold it to?
And why?
If we could find those kind of records, if those exist, then we could find out who's running the place. Or at least get closer to it.
These are all true statements. So, turning back to Cap and Xavier. Now, these trucks, you can follow them if you wanted more information that way, or you could stick around and see what else is happening here on the site.
I could go and follow the truck. And then, see, I have interpreted body language and active listening.
Sure. So you're following the truck. How? If you don't mind my asking.
So, okay. I assume that most of the way there are still like trees around. I'm just gonna be like hiding behind some trees.
So you're on foot, pulling like a Pink Panther, dun dun dun, dun while this truck's driving away.
Pretty much.
How do you keep up with the truck?
Cap.
Yeah,
there.
I'll speed him up with time
Near-
magic.
All right, so let's get a roll of time magic. Let's get a roll of some kind of running for Xavier here.
3 successes.
Haha.
Yeah, that'll do it. Between both effects, Xavier speeding through, hiding behind trees, following this truck, follows them to an old bar, actually. Just the driver and one passenger stopped at this bar. The Silver House Sirens playing, or so it says on a sign. This is an opportunity to.
I was about to say, can I do active listening?
Sure. Are you going into the bar and trying to like get information that way?
Yeah, that'd probably be the best case. I think.
Okay. For a 19.
Yeah.
As they are having their conversation over shared beers, one of the pieces of information you gather is that a few of the automatons from the old Gold Channel days were left over. And maybe providing security.
Alright.
So turning back to Pad and Pandora. You can keep working here with Isabella Strupp to answer the questions you have uncovered. You can look for records. Ideally, what you need is floor plans, which you're not likely to find with Isabella.
The if we find the sale things, there's probably gonna be a floor plan. I imagine. The sale details, there we go.
That is a very good idea, actually. Now, yeah, so if you want to get more information about when the sale occurred and to who, you can keep looking here, and or check out some records elsewhere. In any case, you can roll those dice.
I guess convince again.
You've got to keep
What?
looking. No, I'm just kidding.
What's the negative for the repeat?
Yeah, so if you repeat a skill for the same investigation note, it is a -5. Just to let you know.
Okay.
I'll chance it.
There you go.
Oh my god.
Pattern recognition could actually be good for that, I think.
Yeah. After pad, all you need is what, 8, and that was it. That was the number you needed. So between the two of you, pattern recognition and perusal, you find that based on the way these journals are stacked together, it would make sense for the sale to happen here. And you come across the paper, find out that about 10 years ago, the site was purchased by William K. Bergman, supported by an anonymous benefactor. And with the other 15, you get a hunch, because Isabella Strupp has a little more information to give you.
I have too many hunches, and I keep forgetting I have them, so I don't use them.
This one's fresh, so
Yeah.
since it's a new investigation, this is the only one you have.
Okay. I have one hunch,
One hunch.
and I'm motivated still.
And you are motivated still. That one you can keep.
I'm proud of your motivation.
Speaking of motivation, what did you actually roll? No, never mind. It's not a 20. So, Pad and Pandora conclude their business at the Manafont Emergence. Cap, I think you're kind of alone here, surveilling the area. Unless you followed Xavier on his speed run.
Yeah, I don't think I physically could have.
It's all right. So you can continue to surveil the area immediately. You can try and communicate with your friends, or you could head to look for some records. Or you can ask Callum. Callum is still with you.
Oh yeah, I forgot he was around. I thought we ditched him.
Do I
Yeah,
have
you
a way
ditched him
to
here. You go ahead, sorry.
Well, do I have a way to communicate with Pandora and Pad where they are?
Yeah, we have our rune numbers.
Okay. So, yeah, I guess I'll attempt to do that.
You communicating with Pandora and Pad, or talking to Callum?
Yeah. Pandora and Pad.
All right.
Basically, just gonna sort of update them on what's happened with us, and then also how are things going for them.
Yeah, that makes sense. You guys trade information. And
And then,
get the scene.
And then basically the next thing is, what next?
Still need a floor plan.
Hey, what are we trying to do here exactly? Do we want to free all the prisoners? Do we want to just destroy the prison? Like, what's the goal?
I love that you bring that up, because it was going to be a conversation later.
I was just following you guys. I have no idea what we're doing here.
By the way, how long ago was the construction project abandoned and this place sold to the guy with the mysterious benefactor?
You do not know yet when it was built. You know how long it took to build. It is completed.
Mm-hmm.
And then
The
about
newspaper articles have dates on them.
Yes, but
It's gonna be like this was finally done being constructed.
you got about 10 years ago, the site was purchased. And then you have an underwater site that fits the location, was founded as an automaton manufactory.
That fits the bill of what they were being forced to do down there. Or having the means to do.
It took 12 years to construct. Yeah, where are we heading? To get records, yes?
Yeah, I think so.
That
I
was
don't know where we'd go
cool.
to do that. So.
All right.
There was an effect on the
Anyway.
main page. Sorry.
There was?
I was messing around.
Oh, nice.
No.
So, Cap, you heading to the records office as well? Sticking here with Callum?
I'll stick here with Callum. I'll see if anything, I'll ask him if anything relevant has come back to mind for him.
Yeah, go ahead. And in fact, you have a new skill you unlocked, which would be particularly helpful here, which is cerebromancy.
2 successes.
All right. You're 1 point off, but I'm going to give it to you anyway, because who wants to be down by 1 point? So with a
Literally
15,
none of us.
yeah. One thing that he's remembering, Callum is holding his head tight. He informs you that Graf Eisen, so Xavier's father, and him were both located in cell block B. They tried to escape together, but Graf was recaptured.
When Xavier caught up with the trucks, was Xavier going into the prison or away from it?
Away from it.
Okay. I kind of don't want to call him right now because I don't know what, I don't want it to be a situation where he might be trying to sneak around and all of a sudden the equivalent of his phone ringing happens.
Absolutely. Speaking of, what is our good friend Xavier up to at the moment? He's gotten some information through active listening. Does he continue eavesdropping, or maybe he's got some con he wants to pull? How is he getting more information?
Hmm. See, I'm not sure if skim reading will work.
No, not really.
Yeah. But I also have interpret body language.
You do.
So I might go and give that a shot. Although, might have to just keep eavesdropping for a little bit.
All of these are possibilities. So what's it gonna be?
Interpret body language. Wow.
Not a whole lot of information.
Info.
Not a whole lot of info gained from watching their body language. So you have 9 deductive reasoning towards your next clue. But in the meantime, actually, you have more than that. You have 13, which is pretty good. Probably in the next go round, you'll get some more. Now, Pad and Pandora to the records office, one of the records office, where you would be able to find blueprints and information, like an architect's guild.
Actually, completely unrelated. I'm gonna try and get the floor. Wait, I already have the floor plan for the other place, don't I?
Which other place?
Never mind. The place I need to investigate. I don't remember what it is. What it's called. The place
Oh yeah,
that I've been hired to deal with.
Yeah, that is something you will have access to.
Yeah.
In fact,
So
like
I
one of
probably
the
don't
things
need
we
to
can
find the floor plan here.
one of the things we can kind of mix into this is that this is how Pandora is going to get access to those records.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
But that'll be just like a side bonus.
Yeah. I'm gonna do character acting to get in.
All right, so Pandora is pretending to be an architect.
Just a normal person, normal worker who's going in here, getting in for the going. You know how people say that if you put on a hard hat and one of those vests, then you walk, or if you just walk confidently in any direction into any building or any door through any area, and no one will question you,
Yep,
and you can get away with being in places you shouldn't be.
That's
That's basically what Pandora's doing.
that's
While also trying to hide who she is by not like exuding, her who she is, acting like she should be. It's a delicate balancing act.
absolutely. And Pad is behind you, I believe.
Yeah.
And what is Pad doing as Pandora is walking confidently with a clipboard, hard hat, and vest?
I'm not doing a hard hat, but I'm definitely holding a clipboard. Probably not a vest either, because that would draw too much attention.
Okay, so just
But,
a clipboard.
well-
Pandora looks like she belongs in this architects guild with 1,000 different scrolls of parchment and paperwork and books. What is Pad doing here?
What would look most convincing?
You asking me?
Oh, I'm talking to myself. I don't think Pad would have quite the same kind of confidence in the walk. So he's just kind of scuttling behind, trying to keep up.
And what skill is he using to get information here?
Are we actually stopping and looking at the scrolls, or are we walking by them?
I
Well-
mean, we're here for the scrolls.
You are gathering information, and the way that Pandora is doing it is by pretending that she belongs. Which it seems like Pandora's got that part covered. Pad
Yep.
is more
Yeah.
following the lead and possibly using a library research skill.
Yeah,
Maybe
but
something
I'm assuming subtlety, because I don't have an actual skill for this. But the idea would be to kind of quickly skim. I'm assuming the scrolls have like titles on them, so they're easily referenceable.
Sure. I'd say acuity, but if you're thinking being sneaky is going to help you here, I'll buy it.
Yeah, more of the sneaky method.
Right. So, Pandora and Pad. As a team, So you do find that it was founded as an automaton manufactory and a R&D laboratory for gold channeling manufacturing. The site itself is called the Shining Bis Manufactory. You also find that it was primarily an automaton construction development location with various other fields involved, such as submersible living. The automatons specifically are built for security, and they are almost certainly still in use, which confirms the information that we heard from Xavier as players, not as characters.
Xavier was gone by the time Cap called us.
Yeah. We're also no, not yet. That's as far as you get for the moments. Back to Xavier trying to listen, trying to interpret body language. He's got a little bit of information, but how far is he going to push his luck?
Let's see. I'm going to do active listening one more time.
Sure. It's a -5 penalty for reusing the same skill for the same investigation node.
Yeah, that's what I was worried about.
Which,
It's fine.
based on how far you've already made it, the 17 -5, so +12, still works out just fine. Continue eavesdropping on these fellows. They give a shudder when they're talking about the scrying orbs and how they're just unnaturally creepy, and they don't understand why there are mages being kept on the payroll.
Alright. Guess I can go and take my leave.
Sure. And Cap, you're working some mind magic on Callum, helping him remember some things. Are you going to continue doing that?
Yeah, my main focus right now is I want to figure out how to rescue Xavier's dad. Like that's kind of become the focal point.
Makes sense. Yeah, go ahead and roll a skill of some sort. Help Callum out. See what he remembers.
Let's go with could do empathy, could do active listening.
Yeah,
What
those
do
are
you
good.
think?
Yeah, active listening includes empathy, I believe.
Active listening I have listed as humility, but I could have
Oh.
misclicked it.
Nah, you're probably right. Yeah, either one of those is good.
3 successes.
Nice. 20. As you're going through what he remembers of his escape and discussing how to rescue Graf, he does mention that there are detection wards. Specifically that make it easier to be caught. Those, and he lists out the security checkpoints, the weapons workshop, and the central hall.
Okay. Is Callum a magic user himself? Is he a mage?
That is a good question that you would ask him. And when you ask him this, he tells you, yeah. In fact, they needed my void magic to power the weapons that Graf was building.
Does Callum have a spell focus on his person?
Not currently, no.
I'm going to hand him the steel wand I lifted off of the Dominator.
Yeah. This fits very nicely in my hand. Thank you. I feel like I'm getting back to myself.
I don't know if you're going to come with us for this mission or not, but either way, I don't want you to be running around helpless.
Yep. Cap, I haven't known you very long, but I gotta say, you're already a good friend.
Well, thank you for saying that. I thank you for helping us on this, as I know it can't be pleasant to be back here.
Yeah, I've got definitely got goosebumps. It's not a good feeling. In fact, this vent right here, very difficult to climb up.
When it comes time for us to do what we're going to do, are you going to come in with us, or would you prefer to stay behind?
You know, I think I have to come with you. I think
Okay.
as a prisoner, as an escaped prisoner, returning to give hope to the others is the right thing to do.
Okay. Just, I admire the energy. Just keep in mind that this may turn into a shit show very quickly.
No, it's better than being down there as a prisoner.
Yeah.
All right, back to Pad and Pandora. By the way, for reference, I'm sure you caught this, Noel, Pandora.
Mhm.
That is a prediction that you made.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if it was or not. I thought it was.
Yep, that's
I don't
one.
remember for which
That's the
which
fourth
prediction was that.
prediction that you made with the second set of predictions.
Huh? I don't remember what that is.
The escape returns to give hope to others.
Ah,
All right, so Pandora, still at the records office, trying to get as much information as possible. How is that happening?
I think I don't think aura reading would be helpful here, but
Not really.
or talking to people. I don't active listening. No one's going to be talking about this particular thing. Pattern recognition.
Okay, and then for Pad, as Pandora's looking at the patterns that are laid in front of her.
Is there any records that are locked up?
We can say that there are if you're looking to use like a lockpicking skill.
I am.
Okay, yeah. So by like kind of the way this works narratively is by using the lockpicking skill to uncover information, it means that there was a lock to get to. If that makes sense. Yeah. So, the patterns being recognized, the locked doors broken into. Pad and Pandora do come across not only the original blueprints and plans of both this site and the Hive Next building, but they come across the modifications that were made after it was purchased 10 years ago by William K. Bergman.
Well, I'm absolutely going to get copies of these somehow.
I mean, who's to stop you from taking the originals, right?
Yeah, true. But I need a copy of the Hive Next one because I want to keep one for myself, but also I'm absolutely giving a copy to the journalist and union worker.
That'll work. So,
Do you have a spell for that?
What? No, I do not. But I can figure out how to deal with that later for taking the originals.
you have a skill that involves magic with ink. Right?
I do. I have fortune telling.
It's like enchromancy. I'm pretty sure that's ink
Yeah.
magic, right?
Yeah, that's fortune telling through ink. Using ink to tell fortunes. Or tell the future.
So
Divination.
Like, basically,
Can you tweak it to make it a copier?
what I think you can do, yeah, exactly what Pad's saying here, where you can tweak that magic to make a copy of the documents that you need.
All right.
But-
If you're interested
do
in
I
that,
just
you don't
roll
have
it then?
to. Yeah, that'll work.
You
That
can
sounds
just
fun, actually.
foresee the map that you're holding 5 seconds ahead of yourself.
I yeah, I'm just gonna attempt to
Yep,
do
you got
that.
it. Pandora successfully makes copies of the maps that she wants in the quantity that she wants.
I think since I can do that for any of the maps I want from based on that wording, and I'm gonna make copies of all the maps, and for like the ones with if it's 2 different maps to get the full blue layout of the uh prison, then I'm gonna do it that way. Otherwise, just the modified version. But I'm gonna make 4 or 5 copies of the prison, and 2 copies or maybe at least 2 copies of the Hive Next building. It depend possibly one more of each, depending on whether or not we actually want to take the originals.
I mean, you could leave the originals. And
Yeah, so I'm gonna make an extra copy of all of them and leave the originals.
Yes, so
But I want one for each member of the team of the prison, and at least one for me, plus and 2 for the journalists and the union.
that'll work. Yeah, I'm assuming you want these to be more handheld maps for the prison and the modification.
Yeah.
So it's easy to manipulate. And as I'm sure you guys have noticed, we have changed the screen.
Yeah.
Something to point out is it's on the schematics that there's a diver's entry. In addition to the ventilation that goes in, there's an elevator that you guys have already seen. And there's also a portal room. But no other information on the portal room. That does sound like Xavier is no longer eavesdropping. Cap, you're still working with Callum, or you think you've got everything you need there?
I think we've got everything we need. I think I'm at this point. I'm still not calling Xavier because I have no idea where he is, but I'm trying to be in communication with the rest of the team and be starting to make some kind of plan for how we're going to do this.
Yep, that makes perfect sense. Pat and Pandora, you're in communication with Cap, sharing information back and forth. So all the things that you guys know, shared freely.
Yeah.
Before long, Xavier makes it back to Cap. Shortly after that, so too do Pandora and Pad make it. Now, this is an infiltration mission. Basically, what that's going to entail is there's a heat track. Heat is another word for suspicion. So as your suspicion rises, you're getting closer and closer to being caught. Also, as the mission heat goes up, so does the surveillance. This isn't like a one failed stealth roll and you're out. It does need to accumulate before you're caught. Just to give you guys a little heads up on that. And I'll get a little more into the details as we play. What is the plan of attack, if I may ask?
Oh, is there anything that we can do fortune telling wise, time magic wise? Actually, time magic's gonna be a little tricky here. Any kind of foresight that you guys can pull from this?
I think in Crensomancy to look at you again on the map, but for actual fortune telling this time.
So you're trying to just get information on the way this map works?
I don't know exactly what it was he wanted, actually, now that you're asked that question.
Let's go at this like we were dominators. There's no room I can't get into. You guys just make sure that nothing gets to me.
Makes enough sense to me. By the way, I'm sure you guys can't read the top row there. That's because Roll20 and Illustrator don't play nice. But that's Infirmary, Cell Block B, Prison Hall, Isolation, and Interrogation. The green arrows are connected rooms that aren't next to each other, so non-adjacent connections. That's all the green means.
That actually helps. So the infirmary is the only way to security layer 6.
Negative. Potentially all of the 5s can get you to security layer 6, and you don't know which one yet.
Okay.
That is a good question.
Are all or most of the people who are imprisoned here mages themselves?
That is a good assessment.
Okay, so as we go through this, anyone who I know we're not necessarily trying to get violent with it, but if we do take anybody down, we should check to see if they have a spell focus so we can give it to people we meet along the way to help with the escape, or at least have them not be completely helpless.
The enemies you will face are almost certainly not mages.
Well, that's a shame. Never mind.
Yeah, this is an AAC, so Anti-Arcane Coalition prison.
Speaking of, is there anything that would prevent us from using our own arcane?
That is a good question. One that you do not have the answer to.
I think we
can
need
do-
to hit.
Hey, Callum, was there
I think-
anything in that prison that stopped magic from working?
Yeah, actually, now that you guys bring that up, there was. They had anti-arcane fields on the prison's half of the compound. And he's pointing to the map. So, like, cell block, prison hall, isolation, even the cafeteria, and security checkpoints on the prison side.
Any idea how we would disable something like that?
I don't. I wish I did know how to disable it, but I don't.
Okay.
Well, I'm willing
I
to
think
bet if we hit the maintenance room, to the automation repair, to the weapon station, to the security checkpoint, we might be able to find a way to disable it. However, central headquarters probably has the big on-off switch, so there might be 2 ways to go about that. Hey, when you escaped, what vent did you go to?
He points to your map, and it's going to be on this ventilation room. So the vent that you guys are very close to right now takes you straight into 1C. Alternatively, you guys could go to the elevator. You could somehow figure out where the portals go to, or you can don some diver's suits and walk to the bottom of the lake and get in through the diver's entry. Those are your 4 ways in. And out, for that matter.
Would it be beneficial to split up again?
You're asking me?
I'm
Whatever
asking the team.
whatever happens next, I feel like we have a better chance of succeeding and not getting captured if we're together.
Yeah. I
Xavier, you feel the same?
would probably be best if we all stick together.
I do want to do the necromancy on the map to get whatever information from it I can.
As like, are you trying to do a divination real quick before
Yeah.
getting started? Okay, yeah, I can give you a divination. Do-do-do.
I was just looking at the divination rules, and there's apparently two different options. Either I can come up with something, which is what we've been doing, or you can just give me plan details.
True, I could do that.
So, whichever way works better.
It's true. Which way do you think is more fun for you?
I think for this one, I think you giving us what information you can.
Okay. So you got three details is what you want.
Hmm.
As you're looking at the map, a flickering of the lights makes it look like you can see 5 specific figures that seem important. A security chief, a prison warden, 3 security enforcers. This is what this divination tells you.
Mhm.
The doorway, well, several of the doorways, they feel magical as you're interpreting the inks. Like the only way to get past these doorways is through some sort of charm. And this isn't actually on my list, but I think it's important that you guys know. Any attempt to the fact that the automatons are a defensive feature is going to make it difficult for you to discover them. Whereas with a human being, you can detect their thoughts to find them, you can sense their auras, and that's just not going to work for these automatons.
So they'll be the most difficult to avoid. I'm going to relay all that information, of course, to the team.
Mhm.
And mark on the maps which rooms, which doorways are charmed. Require a charm, whatever.
Yeah, and I'll give you guys that info. The main ones you're looking at are the door between automaton repair, the weapons station security checkpoint, the security checkpoint, and the prison hall. So basically, there's 2 halves of this blueprint: the prison half and the non-prison half. And in order to get to the prison half, more or less, you need the access ward or the access charm.
Hmm.
I'm putting a pink line on the ones you said, I believe, to note it for future reference.
This
If anyone
one-
else can see that.
I can.
I moved that one over.
Okay.
Actually, a really good idea.
Have the memory of a goldfish.
I'm with it. I like visual aids.
Give that
Yeah.
goldfish's memory back. Why'd you take a goldfish's memory?
You thief!
It stole mine.
So what's the verdict? Are we going in through the vents? Through the diver's entry? Really, or through the elevator. You don't have access to the portal room.
I feel like since an escape happened through the vents, it's possible that those have been secured. I feel like the elevator is probably the safest bet.
Yeah, I'm in the same
Same
boat. The
boat.
elevator might be the best bet.
All right. So, are you basically, are you climbing onto one of these trucks? Like finding a way onto a truck? The story is going to happen however you want it to.
We could steal a truck.
You could steal a truck. 100% a possibility if that's how you want it to go down. Personally, I think it makes the most sense for you guys to like find one of the trucks coming in, cause a scene that doesn't make any of you recognizable, find a way into the back of the truck. I think like that just narratively works. But if you guys wanted to just sneak in while they're doing their business, that works too.
Sneaky makes sense.
Sneaking makes sense. Yeah. So, crew, the four of you, are following one of these trucks into the large structure on the lake. The big truck pulls in. You guys notice that there are a lot of the AAC workers and laborers going over the trucks, going over the deliveries. You manage to sneak in to this platform. It's a hydraulic elevator powered by reverb gemstones with a platform large enough for a delivery truck and possibly a couple of escorts. Now, as you guys have hidden yourselves inside the actual elevator, the watertight doors shut above, massive watertight doors. You guys begin to descend, and you see pipes and cabling follow neatly in channels. The elevator follows directly into the delivery room. So, that being said, we'll go one at a time, and you guys can move as a group, but it's only going to be one person rolling dice at a time. So, who would like to go first?
I think I will roll for our quiet steps.
Roll for quiet steps. All right. So, Pad, Dark, you're going into the delivery room. Yes.
Yeah.
So, yep. I see your results. What is going to happen? So you enter the delivery room. It has many conveyors. There's tables tightly spaced within its cramped aquamarine and maroon walls. A lot of the AAC workers are here. One doorway is clearly labeled that takes you into the central hall, and another takes you into the warehouse. The elevator is the only other way out. As you entered, you see one of the AAC gangsters looking around. Now, the way this works, the security layer 2, that's the layer you're on, has a vigilance of 2. In front of me, you guys can't see this, but I've got 2 poker chips right there. The AAC guard has an alertness of 1, which is adding another poker chip onto here. With your 2 successes, you are stealing 2 of these poker chips away from me, and one of them is going to you, Pad. If it was an even number, or if you had more than that, some of it would be going to the team. But you, Pad, have 1 heat on you.
All right.
I've forgotten. Is there a way to lower heat once
Yes.
it starts getting up there?
Yes, there is. There is a way to lower your individual heat. It's called a cooldown. You cannot lower the mission heat. So Pad moved. It's also who would like to move next into this room? In fact, we could, if you guys are all piling into the delivery room. Now that that room is revealed, you guys can do that.
Sure.
Each of you roll some kind of stealth roll.
Why can't I move my character?
You can't.
No, I cannot. Oh wait, I hold it. I have the movement thing. Yep. How do I delete? There you go. Okay, there you go. I'm not in where I'm supposed to be, but fuck it. Fuck you. Move.
Alright, so there's 3 heat for Cap. Cap steals 1 away. That means 1 between the 2 remaining. 1 goes to Cap. 1 goes to the team. Xavier, same thing. There was 3. You stole 1 with your 1 success. 1 goes to you. 1 goes to the team.
Alright.
By the way, the number is pretty high for you guys to fail the mission or to go on full lockdown. You need like 30 on the team. Just to give you guys a heads up.
Oh no.
And then Pandora, go ahead and roll your sneak. We're making all kinds of noise here, I think. So 3.
Picturing it was like one of us stumbles over something and then the other one loudly shushes them and
Yeah, it's looking something like that. So you guys are slow, quietly moving in, quietly for the most part, moving into the delivery room. There is a bit of noise. You kick some of the the tools or something. But the thing is, the delivery room is loud. So you're not discovered. AAC Gangster might look in your direction, but you are well hidden enough that it's not an actual problem. They move away. Through the central hall. And you lose track of them once they leave. Moving a bit of the other guys. All right. Where would you like to go now as you are in the delivery floor?
I would like to find them with aura reading.
Yeah, good point. I did not talk about that yet. One of the things you can do is use your skills to find out where the closest enemies are. With 2 successes, you find the 2 closest enemies. I'm not going to give you the one you already know. Instead, I'll give you these 2. You feel 2 auras in cold storage, or in the direction of cold storage.
So I know where 3 of them are.
Yeah,
Given the guy that just left.
effectively, Pandora is sensing the auras, discovering where the 3 closest enemies are, one of which is in the central hall that she witnessed. Where would we like?
Information has been relayed to the team.
Yeah, not non-verbal probably. So she's like,
I'm just gonna point.
to
I'm pointing in the direction that they're in and on the map.
So I'd like to peek through this doorway into the kitchen if I can.
yeah, sure. Some kind of acuity roll.
Would I? Sure. One sec. No, I don't think alchemical residue is going to help us with this. We'll just roll acuity. 2 successes.
through the kitchen, all the way through the kitchen, into the small window in the security room HQ, you see what looks to be a very important figure.
Hmm. And those security HQ and cold storage, those openings, are those doors or just open?
Yes, those are all of these openings are doors. I think I missed one on the elevators, so I covered that up.
And do those doors look like they could be locked from this side?
The security definitely looks like it might be locked.
Okay, but not the cold storage. I guess what I was looking for is, can I lock those doors to keep them from entering our space?
The cold storage, in fact, is not a door at all. The
Okay.
kitchen to cold storage, which I'll give you a
Right.
quick rundown of the kitchen.
That's a terrible freezer.
Cold storage is the big chamber that has the freezers in it. Which the light blue finish of the kitchen makes it feel much more open. Pots and pans litter the environment with tonight's meal in the works. Several chefs are working diligently to prepare to feed the entire site. One entrance leads to the cafeteria, and the other into the barracks, a walkway that takes you into cold storage. Oh, looks like that wasn't even supposed to be a door. I think I accidentally left that there. This is not a door.
It should probably be a different color.
Yep, I was working on it.
Yeah.
That's an error on my map. There is no door between the kitchen and the security central HQ.
Sad days.
Or is it? Nope, it's not. There's not one. But you were still able to see through maybe some kind of glass panel that there's a security chief in there. But no real enemies in the kitchen, although there are cooks. And if you trust or don't trust the cooks, that's kind of on your prerogative.
Do they look like they're furloughed?
Like, they're outside help.
Like they're prisoners that are working?
Like trustees?
You can get some kind of body language or some kind of visual analysis.
I can do interpret body language.
Yeah, that'll work. Roll that.
I tried to. There it
Alright,
is.
Yep. So,
Oh.
while they don't seem like I'm going with the first one. While they don't seem like they are prisoners, right? They don't have the body language of somebody kept there against their will. They also do not seem concerned about the security of the place. They seem to be there in the capacity of a worker. The question becomes: is it a say something, see something, say something situation? Where are they going to report you? That's the question. And who hasn't done anything? Pad hasn't done anything yet. What would you like to do, Pad?
Well, I don't want to lead the charge.
I thought that was your whole thing. You're the stealthy one, is what you said.
Yep, I am the stealthy one. All right, so we can still go 2D, 2E, and into cold storage, right?
Yeah, you could go 2E, then 3E. Leaving from 2D if you wanted to. So what you're doing?
All right. Am I able to? Well, okay. So I don't want to do quiet stats, but I feel like security cameras might be an issue. So I think I'm going to sprint to a hiding spot through the doorway.
Okay, that works for me. You had the 3. You stole 2 of them, and the remaining 1 goes on to you. You now have 2 heat.
Okay.
You don't see
Do I
any
see-
security. You don't see any
Okay.
security cameras. Or in this case, they would be scrying orbs potentially.
Well, either way, I'm going to motion to the others to follow.
And then, as you're motioning that, everybody else is moving. The baddies. Hey, they're coming your way. Wait, that's not
Of course
right.
they are.
Hold on. I'm looking at the wrong one. They're actually going to the kitchen. And you lose track of them.
I'm in the ceiling.
You're in the ceiling?
Yes.
She has wings.
She can fly.
Seems like the security chief is staying put, as far as you can tell.
Mhm.
Okay, so everybody go ahead and give me those stealth rolls. It looks like you, Noel, or Pandora, you already did that. Xavier, you did that. I just need one from Cap.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a little rough. Xavier, your heat goes up by 1. Oh, wait. Never mind. Actually, your heat goes up by 0. Because there's nobody here. Same was true for Pat, actually. So I'm taking 1 off of that.
I was good. Okay, thank you.
Then we get 1 onto Cap. You did not steal any heat, or you only stole 1 heat. So Cap, you're getting another heat on you. You have 2
All
total.
right. Yeah, 2.
All right. The warehouse. Warehouse. Okay. It is incredible that such a large warehouse fits in the underwater site. Shelves fill the space with hundreds of boxes. Some spare mechanical parts and tools lie around. The warehouse connects to the cold storage and the delivery space. All right. And then, where would you like to go next? Really, cold storage is the only spot.
Yep, and we're going to sneak our way in.
Nice.
Wait. Can I use the same thing twice?
Yes, in this one you can. Well, really, in investigation you can too. It's just a penalty.
Can I do it without penalty in this one?
Yes, without penalty in this one.
Son of a... Okay.
You all rolled at least 2 successes, so no heat added. But as you all are getting
I'm still in
situated
the ceiling.
why are you in the ceiling? As you all are getting situated in your hiding spaces in the cold storage, trying to block the view, which I will describe the cold storage. Several cold chambers line the walls with a narrow walkway between them. Cold storage room connects to the kitchen and the warehouse for deliveries. Now, those 2 that you saw earlier are coming back. and we can talk about takedowns. Basically, the way a takedown works is you have to get a number of successes equal to their toughness. I'll give you a spoiler. These guys have 2 toughness. You need 2 successes to be able to take them out. So 13 or better.
Yeah.
With whatever skill you're planning on taking them down with. Damn, so we've got a cryomancy. Xavier's coming in, freezing these guys. Pad using a little bit of electricity. Meanwhile, Cap is speeding up or slowing down.
What I'm doing is basically changing the flow of time. So it's been like 30 hours since that one last slept, and he's just out.
That's pretty good. That'll be a takedown. Fast forward him 30 hours, and he can't stay awake. With a little bit of chaos magic, and basically these 2 guys are done for as the entire squad pounces on them.
Is there a shelf that's above general eyesight?
You trying to put them like up
like
and away?
Are like the
Yeah.
freezers like outside of like are the doors in the walls or?
Yeah, the doors
Well-
doors are in the walls.
He explained that there was shelves and that it was a big storage room.
That was the warehouse.
Oh, never mind. Oh, in that case, we're gonna throw them in the warehouse.
We can try it. Well, I have a strength of 1.
I have a strength of 5.
I was gonna, yeah, I have wings though, so I was gonna just fly them to the top of the shelves, but
You could also tuck them away in the freezer.
I would prefer not to condemn these men to a slow, horrible death trap in the freezer.
Fair.
I don't care either way.
I mean, if you want to dispatch them, I don't mind doing that. Just not in. It's just a little bit too nasty.
Yeah, well, we don't need to. These guys are just working. They're just like everybody else.
All right. So safe to say, you guys put these unconscious. I think we're calling them unconscious bodies. Out of harm's way and out of visibility for any of their friends.
Yeah. We will, however, remove their shoes.
We
And
will
I would like to
inconvenience
take
them.
their weapons away as well.
That makes sense.
Oh, do they? Yeah, they have trinkets to help open doors and stuff, right?
You probably have like a key card type thing.
Nice.
What weapons do they have?
They've got pistols.
Okay.
And
They
unfortunately,
do not anymore.
these guys do not have the card that you need, the access charm that you need to be able to get into the security side.
Oh well. I want to turn their shirts inside out.
The shirts inside out?
While Pandora's taking care of that, Pad's going to take the bullets out of the gun and put them somewhere where they won't be found.
Sure. Yeah, that'll work.
Yeah, the idea is to make them think they still have all the stuff they need, minus their shoes, because cold storage is cold. And if we end up running into them in the future, they're not going to have anything to hit us with.
Makes sense. Yeah, I'm with it. So they're
Well, actually, in that case, I don't think I should turn their shirts inside out.
all right. Shirts are
I
not
will roll
inside
them
out.
up though, so that they will be cold.
Get cold.
Oh wait, no, better idea. They're snuggling.
They're snuggling.
They are now going to wake up cuddling with one another.
All right, they are going to wake up cuddling with one another. Or somebody's going to find them cuddling with one another. So, then, where are you guys heading? To the kitchen? Probably.
Sure.
Are we able to get into the weapon storage?
Not from here. I tried to make it more obvious because I used the dotted lines, but like the double line with the empty space between it is the doorway.
I would like to do aura reading again.
Two successes. You get that one. And the closest living person is at the security checkpoint. So,
R.I.P. the kitchen staff. I guess they're dead. Sorry.
well, yeah, like the auras that you detect are of a security variety. I mean, I could tell you that there's the kitchen staff.
We already know the kitchen staff. I was making a joke
Yeah.
of the phrasing.
Oh, that might not even be accurate. This guy is not the closest. Putting him back. Pretend you didn't see him. This guy is now on the delivery floor. Is the other AAC gangster. All right, into the kitchen. Our stealthy crew goes. You could try and like blend in. Is good. A good set of skills. Or anything you are trying to be stealthy. So Xavier's got glamour, so he's looking like a chef. Pandora's acting like a chef.
I've got like hairnets on my wings and everything.
Hairnets.
Don't want to ask where I got it from or how I got them on so quickly.
I'm just looking at the ceiling as I walk by.
Trick. He's trying to trick them. Solid. And then Cap.
Yes.
Whatever kind of skill you're using to try and get into the kitchen undetected.
Yes, of course. 5 steps. 3 success.
Right. Yep. You guys are rolling really well, which is fantastic. You make it quietly into the kitchen. The chefs either pay you no mind or assume you're one of them. As you walk in, you are losing track of this AAC gangster as they move into the warehouse. Security enforcer is going into security central, and you're losing track of him there. Then we have the security chief who's going to the security checkpoint, and you're losing track of him. All right. Where to next?
I feel like Security Central HQ would be a really good spot for us to get into if we can.
Doesn't exist an entrance there, right?
Yeah, so this blue line doesn't. You can't go through the blue line. The green line is a way to get there. So if you go from 4B, you can jump over to 4D with one move.
Huh.
They're non-adjacent connected spaces. This blue line is because I screwed up. The blue line is an actual wall.
Okay, what do other people think? Should we go?
By any chance, can we take Central Hall to the maintenance room?
Yeah, you can. I know,
The guy that was there is now in the warehouse, so
yeah.
we have like 2 turns before he gets back there.
Well, if the maintenance room stops maintaining and the automatrons stop repairing, it might help us later on.
True.
A quick time
So,
check. How's everybody doing on time?
Oh, I'm good.
Okay. Good.
Cap
do
has
need to
haste.
I do need to wrap up before 10 o'clock.
Okay, so we got about 20 minutes, and then we'll pause the game. Or I guess really about 15 minutes, and then we'll wrap up.
Yeah.
So green line means skip, right?
Like skip the middle section, right? So you can go from 4B to 4D, you can go from 5C to 5E, and you can go from 2A to 2C, or vice versa.
All right, you want me to roll for 2C, or do you want me to roll for 2A?
But yeah, if you're going to 2C, you can go to 2C. You have to
Why
go
are
from
we going back to 2C?
To go to the maintenance room, and what we'll do is a little bit of sabotage.
Okay.
Give them, kind of push security to one side.
You do not have to stay together. I will say that. Like, I know you guys were planning on staying together, but you do not have to. Yep, so all of you, I guess the 2 of you, Pandora, I just need 1 from you. A stealth roll.
Trying to pull up my thing. I guess character acting again.
So Pandora's
Again,
acting like she belongs in the central hall. Xavier's doing a little bit of illusions to disguise
She's
himself.
walking out like she should be there because she can't fly out of the kitchen. That would draw too much attention.
You draw way too much attention to yourself.
Just on a character level, Pandora's used to being able to fly. Does being underwater like this kind of put her on edge?
It's not worse than the time I jumped in the water, like, earlier today? Whenever that was?
Yeah, earlier today.
Uh.
Or I guess, no, by this point, because the investigation itself took a little bit of time, it's probably the next day. We're fast forwarding some segments there.
Casual conversation as we're walking through the central hall.
So the central hall is likely one of the most spacious rooms on site. It has a comfortable maroon and aquamarine paint style among the dozens of doors it connects to the recirculation chamber, the portal chamber, the maintenance room, the barracks, and the delivery floor. All right, what are we doing here?
Checking the map and heading to the maintenance room, I believe.
Once again, aura reading.
Aura reading? You got this dude in the barracks. And this dude in cold storage.
Someone appeared. Someone took his place. Took their place. The lovebirds who are gonna be probably aren't actually lovebirds.
Probably not, but maybe possibly. Who knows? Maybe they actually are, and this was the awakening. Now, I have bad news for you guys. You could not detect the automatons with your aura reading. And as you're moving into the maintenance room silently, or as silently as you can, there is an automaton here, which is making this 2 points higher vigilance. So we have 4 heat on each of you that you'll need to roll to steal from.
I'm flying. I am above it.
Pandora's flying above their sensors. and she only gets 1 heat put on her. Xavier,
How much heat do I have total?
Pandora, you currently have 2. Xavier, you remove 2 of the heat, but there's still 2 left, split between you and the mission. Pad, need your stealth roll, and Cap, we need your stealth roll.
Oh, yeah. Thought I already rolled quiet steps. Okay.
Did you?
2 success.
I didn't see it. 2 successes, yep, so you get 2 left over. You're up to 3 personal heats. The mission is at 5. Pad, you get nothing. You steal it all. All of the heat is stolen. And I'm only telling you guys this for the sake of you guys knowing how the system works and a little bit of the background. But at 5, all of the security members are increasing their alertness by 1. You guys have drawn enough suspicion at this point that security is rising. Just wanted to give you guys a heads up on that.
It wouldn't raise security if the Arbitron just suddenly stopped, right?
Good question. Are you going to find out?
All right, guys. Machine versus electricity. Do you guys want to keep going to the repair room?
Sure.
I guess. Just be careful.
So with my quiet steps, I'm going to get behind this guy. I'm kind of motioning them to continue on. And then once they're out of the room, I'm going to light this thing up.
Sure. They roll that lightning. And everybody else rolls their stealth.
Oh my god.
Yeah, you definitely blew up this machine. With that,
Hopefully
the
not
force
literally.
Well, they could blow up. Who knows, right? It'd be nice if there was like just an X that I could put all the way through. Oh, there is. Nice. Yeah, so the automaton's done.
You know, I'm going to take a little bit of pride and a little bit of sadness in this. I would have been an amazing Dominator.
He's got those stealth kills on lock. Yeah, so the rest of the team is moving into the automaton repair. You guys don't have, unfortunately, the access that you need in order to be able to get through that pink door. But before we get to that point, it looks like everybody but Cap removed all of their heat. Cap, you are now up to 4.
Yep.
10 is the kind of personal limit that you want to reach. You don't want to go above. Which I might have to change that if this is feeling too difficult. This is one of the youngest systems, one of the least resolved. So if you guys feel like it's too punishing, let me know.
What's my total at right now?
Pad, you're at 1. Personal.
What am I at?
You're at 2.
Yeah, what am I?
Pandora, you're at 2. Cap is the highest at 4.
If I get to 9, I'm just full Leroy Jenkins into whatever the next room is, just so you all know.
As far as the animatron room goes, is there anything worth messing up?
You could, yeah. Let's go through the description of the automaton repair. Several benches in the automaton repair shop have components and partially assembled machines. Welder arms are built into each table along with massive spanner wrenches. One automaton seems deactivated in the corner.
What about the rest of the maintenance room?
The rest of the maintenance room. There's pipes, cables, and shafts and benches that fill the claustrophobic space. At the same time, light is dim and sight lines are broken.
A faded image of the map scroll kind of passed through Pad's mind, remembering that there was a wastewater treatment center nearby, giving second thought to doing any damage to those pipes.
You trying to damage the pipes?
No, the reason why he isn't going to.
Oh, why's that?
Because he doesn't want to get hit with sewage.
Yeah, you don't want to do that.
So I think I will join the rest of the crew.
So, you're joining the rest of the crew. Now here's the thing about this door. Do you have any skills you would like to attempt to disable the access ward?
Question.
Yeah.
Does lockpicking count?
Does not. It's one of the only skills that doesn't.
Dang.
There are other places in this map that lockpicking is going to help you. This is not one of them.
I'm
What would
considering taking
Wait, can't we take one of those automatron arms and just kind of weld our way through?
So Pandora, you were going to ask a question before I get into
I was
what Pat's talking
considering
about.
taking I was considering taking technomancy as my adaptive skill. Would that be helpful here?
I don't see why not. That'll work. Yes. So both of these things, if you want to try and like blow the door down, that's a direction you could take this. If you wanted to use a little bit of technical magic or technological magic, that could work too. But you do not have a key, so it's gonna have to be a roll that takes time.
I'll try.
That is not enough.
Does it stack?
What would I roll to help?
Oh yeah, if you want to roll to help, go ahead and
Absolutely.
roll your d10 plus you roll 1d10 and then say what core stat you're adding. Which I'll be honest, you pretty much will have it. So, yeah, Pad, roll that d10 slash roll plus d10. Or
Pandora,
space D.
can you explain what you were doing with the technomancy?
I'm gonna assume Pandora herself doesn't really know. Actually, she was probably taught this from a young age. Actually, that's probably one of the only magical skills that she's managed to master, or at least get some knowledge of, outside of divination directly. So she probably is trying to manipulate the technical side of the stuff. Yes, I know what I'm talking about.
Sure. Yeah, that'll work.
All right, so then what Pad is going to be doing is he's going to put a hand on her shoulder and kind of extend his magic through her to broaden her range and scope.
Okay. It's probably like, what, humility? Courage? Yeah, roll your d10.
I'm trying to find humility. Oh no, it's definitely courage.
Sure. All right. So your d10 is replacing the 3. $21 total. That gets you through. Your technomancy opens the door, and as you push in, another automaton is there to greet you, but not actually, because you guys are sneaking. Weapons Workshop. Several stations have steel bars and chains that keep prisoners in place. Currently, no one is working them, but the tools remain hot due to recent usage. A forge can be seen glowing orange in the corner of the small space. We are now on layer 4, which has a vigilance of 3. The automaton has an alertness of 2 for a total of 5 heat you guys are trying to steal. Pad, you get 1. App, you've got 3 coming your way. 2 of them go to you specifically. 1 of them goes to the team. You're looking at 6 right now.
Yay.
Xavier, you steal 3, which means you get 1 and 1. 1 to you, 1 to the team. And for Pandora, you get 3 after you're stealing, 2 to you, 1 to the team. You're at 4 heat. As you guys attempt to sneak around this automaton through the weapons sight. Pandora, for some reason, like, you're above all of the sensors.
Yep, I'm flying above the sensors, as was planned.
Yeah. You're trying to stay high.
Yeah. People don't tend to look up when they're just casually patrolling.
All right. So we are pausing now, and we're going to pick this up. We're going to have a conversation after this to figure out when we're picking this up, because of personal things going on. Not me, but we'll talk about it in a second. In the meantime, I want to get through experience. We've got a lot coming your way.
Ooh.
Tallying this up real quick as this thing will load. Oh, come on. Don't be like that. I'm seeing at least 75 before I even get into the big stuff. $100, $150, $200, $250. Scrolling. 300, 325. It's going to be 345 after we get through favorite and most challenging moments.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So, with that being said, what is everybody's favorite and most challenging moment? And we can start with Benny, so we can wrap up for him.
Favorite for certain was the getting to use my time magic and starting to have a little bit of an understanding of how that works. Most challenging, it was a slower paced session, and there was nothing wrong with it. It's entirely a personal thing, but it's not quite the tempo I'm used to.
Makes sense.
Real quick, AP and TAP both go up by 1. Is that correct?
Correct.
Okay, thank you.
All right, Benny, catch you later.
on through figuring out the schedule next time.
Yeah, we're gonna we'll shoot a message in the Discord chat, the general lab chat, about what's going down.
Yeah, I want to hear what everybody else says anyway, so I'll stay to the end. I can
Oh.
wait a few minutes.
Okay, yeah. Who's next? Favorite, most challenging?
My favorite part is the infiltration portion. Most challenging, I got bad rolls on the glamour thing, first couple of rounds, I think.
Oh yeah. The roles, they're alternating. They're either treating you guys well or, sabotaging you. All right, who's
Yeah,
next?
I haven't rolled this good ever on this website. So
Thanks, Roll20.
Favorite part is definitely what I'm able to do at full power. Being able to just drop an automaton, sneak around, like feeling pretty good with my character.
Nice. Hell yeah. What about
So-
challenging?
We're just research. That part was a little more challenging. I think that and the heat is gonna be. The heat's worrisome. I shouldn't say challenging. It's worrisome. But the research to get here, that was the challenging part. It was a little more,
I did try
like
to
Benny said, slow paced.
I did try to make that intuitive. I tried to make that stuff that you guys actually want to know about why the site is the way it is, and what information your characters care about. Plus, infiltration. In my opinion, you got to do a little bit of research ahead of time. There was more we could have done, but I figured you wouldn't want to wait on it. You wouldn't want to you got to go, steal somebody's key card while they're out and about and figure out where the portal room goes and blah blah blah. I tried to keep that part short and sweet. But I know that part, like Benny said, that part did drag a little bit.
Yeah, that would be the most challenging part of it. And I don't necessarily think skipping it is the right answer because a lot of that would be kind of fun too. It's just, I think we as the players kind of slowed it down.
It happens, Yeah, it takes energy. That leaves Noelle, right? Or did
I actually liked the research section. That was probably, well, overall I liked that part more. Well, my part of it anyway.
yeah?
But my favorite part was finding new way to use divination skills to make copies of the map.
Yeah.
That was fun.
You're welcome.
Thank you. And most challenging is probably heat.
Heat?
Yeah.
Because it's building up?
I still don't really understand it.
It's scary in that 2 bad rolls could put us near end.
Basically, it's a way for it to not be one roll and you're caught. Like if we're playing D&D and I say, okay, roll your stealth, and you roll a nat 1, it's like, well, haha, you tripped on something and now you're caught. Heat is a way to mitigate that, where it's like, well, you're leaving these clues, and instead of you're caught, it's oops, you left a footprint. Oops, you left some hair.
I understand it in theory, but I also don't understand it in mechanical practice. Which I understand how it works and why.
Mhm.
In theory, just I don't understand it.
Yeah, I could explain it.
I don't think
offline.
I don't think any amount of explaining is gonna help, given the amount of times it's been explained to me, and I still don't get it. So I'm just gonna assume it's that sort of thing that I'm just gonna have to learn through playing multiple times.
Sure, that'll work.
So yeah,
Did we actually get Xavier's favorite most challenging? I think
Yes.
we okay, yep, I thought so. So yeah, that'll close out today's session. We'll be able to pick it up next week with hopefully rescuing Graf Eisen and deciding what we're doing with this underwater prison. Thanks, guys, for playing. Thank you to everybody who's watching on Twitch and on YouTube. Don't forget to join our Discord so you can give us your thoughts and opinions and maybe even try it out yourself. But until next week, I'll catch you guys later.
Bye.
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 Bye.